And as you're looking down at your feet, tell me, do you sense anything there?
Yes.
What do you sense?
A suit of armour.
A suit of armour.
Pointy, metal pointy shoes, suit of armour, outdoors.
Mm-hmm. Well, in this very special place that you are now, I want to manifest a spiritual mirror to place in front of you. I just want you to keep your eyes looking down at your shoes for now. But I'm going to tell you that I'm going to draw this mirror in front of you, and when I tell you to look up, I want you to look up into that mirror, and for every breath that you take, and for every word I speak to you, your image in that mirror will be becoming clearer and clearer. So when you're ready, 3, drawing that mirror in front of you now, 2, placing it there, and 1. Look up now into that mirror and just imagine what you look like and describe it to me.
Long grey flowing hair.
Mm-hmm.
Thin face, pointy nose.
Thin face and a pointy nose.
Quite old.
You're old. As you look at yourself there, are you male or female?
Male.
You're male. Mm-hmm. And if you're old, you'll just have a knowing of how old you are. What numbers come to mind?
56.
You're 56 years old. And what do people call you in that life? Just your first impression?
Something to do with the word guard.
Guard. Mm-hmm.
But more than the word guard. A name. Guard something. Not just guard, but yeah.
Well, I want you to just look from the left to the right now. And do you sense that you're inside or you're outside?
Outside during in a war battle.
You're by a wall.
There's a battle going on.
There's a battle.
People are fighting all around, horses getting stabbed, killed.
And the horses are getting stabbed and killed?
Yes.
And where is this battle? What country are you in?
England.
You're in England. Well, in a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead you're going to see the numbers of the year that it is in England. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. What year is it there, please?
1650s.
1650s. So tell me, whereabouts in England is this? The middle, the south, the north, west?
Suffolk.
It's in Suffolk. So, are you there guarding this place?
I'm in the battle, but I'm somebody fairly high up, but not very high.
Mm-hmm.
Middle ranking. I have my helmet off. I suspect I will die in this battle, and I want my helmet off so I can feel the breeze of the air on my long flowing hair for the last time.
Mm-hmm.
I've just had a sword in my back.
Sword in the back? Is that the lower or the upper?
Right in the middle of the back.
In the middle of the back.
Because I stopped fighting and took my helmet off.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody had me.
So as you see yourself there now, I want you to see yourself there just an observer. And as you're looking around, what was it that you were guarding there?
Fortress, wooden fortress.
A wooden fortress. Mm-hmm. So who were you working for?
royalty, high up people.
And as you see your body there lying on the floor, tell me, do you feel that you accomplished everything that you needed to accomplish in that life?
Yes, pretty much.
You accomplished everything?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And did you leave anybody behind? Any children or family?
No.
You had no family? Mm-hmm.
I was subservient to the masters only.
I see. So what I want you to do now is we're going to close this scene. And when we close this scene, very good, I want you to go forward to another life so that we can carry on. And I want you to go to a life that's relevant to my client today. So when you're ready, just close that scene as if you're flicking the switch of a remote control and allow your mind to drift and wander as you go back in time, looking for a memory that's relevant to a life today. And I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. And when I get to 1, we're going to be in a totally different life. So when you're ready, 3, drifting and floating now, looking for a life relevant to today. 2, drawing that memory closer and closer, and 1. Be there now. And describe to me, what do you imagine is there?
I'm on a ship.
You're on a ship?
I'm just an able seaman with a blackberry on.
Mm-hmm. What does the blackberry represent? Who are you working for? What country are you working for?
One of the European countries.
Mm-hmm. How old do you feel there?
26.
You're 26. If you're 26 years old, you'll know what people call you in that life. Just hear your name being called.
Frederick.
Frederick, good evening, and thank you for coming to work with me tonight, Frederick. I'd like to know a little bit about your life, Frederick. Tell me, what year is it there where you are in Europe?
1901.
1901. And how long have you been on this ship?
2 years.
You've been 2 years on the ship. And what is it that you do?
Stoke the ovens, stoke the fires below.
So what kind of ship is it? Is it a battleship or a merchant ship?
Yeah, it's more of a merchant ship.
It's a merchant ship. So what kind of things do you carry on that ship? As you look around now, see the cargo on that ship. Describe it to me.
It's coal, there's tools, engines, ovens.
And where are you destined to? Do you know where you're sailing to, Frederick?
I don't know.
And do you work alone on that ship, or are you working with others?
There's a team of us, there's lots of us.
And as you look around, are there a couple of people there that you're more familiar with than the rest?
Yes, there's friends that we drink and smoke on the evenings.
You drink and smoke in the evenings.
Yes.
These friends of yours.
Yes.
How many friends have you got? Have you got 2 or 4?
7.
You've got 7 friends. And do you all do the same thing?
Yes.
I want you to look at these 7 friends, and as you're looking at these 7 friends, you'll know which one that you're more affiliated to than the rest, the one that you have a strong connection to. What's his name?
Tony.
Tony. And as you look at Tony, what I want you to do now is I want you to get really close and look into his eyes and tell me, Frederick, what colour are his eyes?
Black.
They're black. Describe Tony to me. His emotions. Is he a happy person, a sad person? What is he?
Quite sad, quite moody.
Sad and moody.
Depressive, a bit reliable.
And I want you now to look deep into those eyes, because the eyes are the windows to the soul. And as you continue to go even further and look deeper and deeper into those eyes, you'll know the soul of that person and whether or not he's in your life today. Who is he? Just your first impression. Is he working with you today here in this life?
It's one of my dogs.
It's one of your dogs. So he's come to work very close to you and be part of your family this time. Take a look around and tell me, is there anybody else there that you have a strong connection to? Who else is there?
Maurice.
Maurice.
Maurice is tall, he's always smoking. He's very happy, very chirpy, keeps everyone together, working, happy.
Well, I want you to look into his eyes now and spiritually connect with his soul and tell me, is he working with you today? Is he here? Who is he?
He's not physically around. He's the one that he's the one inside me that spurs me on, keeps me going when things get dark.
I see. So what I want to do now, Frederick, now that I've got that information, I want to close that scene, but I want you to stay in the same lifetime, Frederick, because you're only 26 years old there. And what I want you to do is I want you to move forward in that lifetime to another significant time when something very important is happening for you.
I'm getting married.
You're getting married. How old are you there?
34.
And where are you now? What country are you in?
Romania, forest.
You're in the forest?
Forest wedding.
A forest wedding. How
Confetti.
wonderful.
Confetti being chucked. Everyone's singing, dancing.
What a magical day. And what is the name of your bride?
Fiona.
Fiona. How do you feel towards Fiona? Is it a good match?
Yes, it's not the strongest of love. More affectionate than sincere love.
And is that what you need right now? More affection?
No, it was enough. I was content with it.
And are you still working on the ships, or have you finished working on the ships now?
I finished.
So what is it that you do there?
I chop wood in the forest.
You chop wood. And do you live in the forest?
On the outskirts.
Outskirts. And as you look into the eyes of your wife there, see Fiona. Describe her to me. What colour is her hair?
Black.
And her eyes?
Brown, auburn.
Auburn, beautiful. And I want you to look deep into those eyes so that you can get a spiritual connection.
It's my mother.
She's your mother in this life.
Yes.
And tell me, how many people live around you in this forest, or do you live alone?
I live in a little village, just a couple of hundred.
And as you follow that life and see that life panning out before you, tell me, do you have children in that life?
No.
You have no children? Is that a choice that you both have?
Yeah, but just never happened.
Just never happened. Well, I want you to close that scene now, Frederick. And I want you to go to the last day of that lifetime so that we can find what you accomplished and how you feel about what you've achieved. So, with that in mind, just close that scene now, allowing your mind to drift and wonder, and just follow the timeline of that life, all the way drifting and floating to the last day of your life. And I'm going to count from 3 to 1. 3, drifting forward to the last day of your life now. 2, seeing yourself there, totally detached from any pain, fear or emotion. And 1. Tell me, how old are you?
56.
You're 56.
Heart attack.
You had a heart attack?
In the log cabin, over the table, smoking. Lots of smoking.
And are you alone when you have this heart attack?
No, wife's by the fire, stoking the fire.
And does that take you out completely, this heart attack?
I don't know. Can't see much beyond that.
Well, Frederick, what I want you to do is I want you to take a nice deep breath, and I want you to lift your soul out of that body of Frederick now, because that's just a vehicle. And I want you to lift yourself up above the scene, Frederick, as the soul that you are. And as you're looking down now at Frederick's body there, tell me, did Frederick manage to accomplish everything that he wanted to in that life?
Not everything. He wanted to own his own business. He never got around to owning his own business. And feeling the independence and the proudness of owning his own business, working for himself. He got quite complacent and stuck in a happy but not always worthwhile situations. Regrets. I could have done more. But died from too much smoking, and also smoke from the fires on the ship.
Too much smoke and the fires on the ship. So they
The body was full of smoke. The body was hot. Couldn't breathe.
Well, Frederick, it's usual at this time that someone from the spirit realm or your group comes to collect you to take you home. So what I want you to do as a soul you are, I just want you to look around and perhaps look up. And as I continue to talk to you, you may notice something coming towards you. It could be a colour or a thing or a person or an image. And as I talk to you, it gets clearer and clearer until you can tell me what it is.
Golden energy, it's an angel. It's golden light energy, it's an angel.
Ask that energy to step forward so it can be closer to you. And now what I want you to do is I want you to step into the vibration of that golden energy of that angel. That's right. And tell me, how do you feel now, Frederick?
I feel as I can breathe better. I feel warm.
Well, now you're in the spirit realm with your angel. You can telepathically communicate. So I want you to connect with this angel and see if this angel has a message for you. Tell me, what do you sense that they are saying to you?
They're saying just stay safe. Don't take too many risks. Look after yourself.
Not too many risks.
Don't take too many risks. Stay safe. Do the basics. Don't forget the basics.
Don't forget the basics.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, what I want to do now is I want permission to come with you in this golden angel. And I want us to visit your group, your soul group, your soul family. This is the place where you live with your soul friends. So with that in mind, just feel yourself floating up and up and up with this golden angel. The higher you get, the lighter and lighter you become. Just going up and up and up through the clouds until you see an archway ahead of you in those clouds, and I want you to make your way through that archway in front of a door and tell me, describe this door to me.
Large golden gates.
Golden gates. And how do these golden gates open, Frederick?
Inwards.
Inwards. So make an intention now to draw yourself forward and allow these gates to open. And this is your entrance to your soul group and your soul family. And as you go through these gates, allowing me to come with you. What do you imagine that's behind these gates? What do you see in your mind?
Gardens. Flowers, greenery. Rainbows.
Rainbows, how amazing. And as you're looking around this landscape, do you sense that you're alone there, or do you sense that there are other souls with you?
There are others there.
How many others? 2?
Six.
Other souls. There's 6 souls. Describe those souls to me. What do they look like? Are they energy or are they people?
They're energy, but people, but energy bodies. I can only see one at the minute. It's a male with long flowing hair. Very happy, good looking male.
Ask him to come forward.
His name is Marcus.
Marcus.
And he's very, very, very happy, bubbly, full of positivity, full of what ifs. Somebody you'd want by your side all the time, let alone during dark times.
And does Marcus have a message for you there, Frederick? See if you can spiritually connect with him. Telepathically communicate. What message is it?
He says you've always known most of the answers. You've always known what to do. You're just sometimes too stubborn to do it. As in, you've always mostly known the right thing to do, but you've questioned yourself to the extent of choosing the opposite action and making things worse. As in, there was nothing really wrong with you to start with. You've made it worse with an overactive mind.
So is he suggesting that you calm down a little?
Yes, take a bit more control, stay safe.
And as you look into the eyes of Marcus, is he working with you on Earth here?
No, he doesn't. I'm not seeing anybody. It's just he's somebody somewhere else.
Ask Marcus, what is the purpose of your soul group? What do you do up there?
To experience living, to prepare for living, to practice learning different situations of what the outcomes could be, living them, but living them differently to here.
I see.
School, like school.
It's like a school.
Yes.
And how do you think that you've fared so far in your learning?
Quite well, but I need to learn how to trust myself more, because a lot of the times I know what to do, how to do it.
Where does this self-doubt come from?
Voices, hearing people's voices, that you can't do it. A million voices. I'm hearing a million voices all at the same time, all across the planet.
Across the planet?
Yeah. I feel as I've done something wrong, something that's affected a country or a planet.
Well, Marcus will know this. Ask Marcus. Ask Marcus, what was the
He just told me I destroyed a planet.
You destroyed a planet?
I destroyed a planet accidentally.
Accidentally?
Accidentally. I didn't mean to do it.
So do you need to keep punishing yourself for that?
I feel as I need to hear forgiveness, or no one's spoken to me about it. No one's said anything either way. I've left it up. I've left the punishment up to myself.
And do you think you've punished yourself enough now?
No, I don't.
Well, why don't you ask Marcus? Ask Marcus if you've punished yourself enough. What does he say?
He says yes. You have. But you're far too stubborn to experience it or realise it.
So you need to let that go now, don't you?
I just don't know. I don't know how. It's very, very scary.
Well, where do you hold that memory in the body today?
Stomach, belly,
in the stomach. So I want to connect.
And head a bit.
Oh, is this the band that you were talking about? The pressure around the head?
Guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Intense guilt.
Okay. I'll just write this down so I don't forget. So I'm going to place my hand here. I'm going to ask Marcus to work with me here and call on the angels to come down. Careful, steady. You feel that moving already? Mm-hmm. Marcus, I want you to go inside of this body now, and I want you to start collecting all this energy, all these memories of this accident. That's right. Very slowly. It's been there a long time. Little by little, just keep drawing it out. I want to call on the angels to begin to sing. And I want them to play the most angelic music now. This music of forgiveness. Just allow yourself to let it go. And allow these memories of you destroying the planet to come out of this body on the vibration of the music from the angels. That's right. Bringing it out. And I want to have that energy collected and put into my hand. Have I got all that energy now?
No.
Marcus, go in there and begin to pull all the roots of these memories. He was trying his best. It was a total accident and he's learnt his lesson, and it's now time to forgive. Collect every fragment from every nerve and every cell. That's right. Oh. And have I got it all in my hands now?
Yeah.
Yeah, just had that big sinking feeling. So I'm going to take that away from you. I'm going to call on Archangel Michael to come down, and I'm placing it on his sword. Please pass that to Spirit and allow it to be sent back to be restored and replenished. Thank you very much, Marcus, for working with us from the spirit realm. I want you to ask Marcus, is there any other messages before we need to move on now? Or is that enough?
Just go live your life.
Go and live life. Okay. Well, Frederick, thank you for working with me today, but I'd like now to be able to speak to the inner self of my client today. Do I have permission to work with the subconscious mind?
Yes.
Thank you. Well, I'd like you now to take a nice deep breath and step away from the body and just allow your inner self to come forward. That's right. Connect with this body so that I can work with you today. And I'd like you to be able to use the voice of my client so that we can continue to work. So good evening. How are you?
I feel better.
You feel better? Tell me, inner self, do you feel that you are a male energy, or do you feel that you're a female energy, or neither?
Female.
You're a female energy. This female energy that you have here now, tell me, do you have a name I can call you so we can work together today?
Chloe.
Chloe. Good evening, Chloe. Tell me, Chloe, how long have you been working with my client? How many years?
15.
Is it 15 years or 15 lives?
15 years.
15 years. What is it that you're working with him on, Chloe?
Trying to learn from him.
You're trying to learn from him?
Yes.
So is he quite a strong master?
Yes, I don't think he quite knows how powerful he is. So much so, I'm trying to learn how he creates things he doesn't want.
I see. So are you learning how to manifest? I know he does a lot of manifesting.
Yes, I'm fascinated with how he creates bad things more easily than he creates good things.
Tell me, Chloe, are you a positive energy or are you a negative energy?
Positive.
You're a positive energy. Why does he choose to manifest negative energy?
He tried it once and realised he was good at doing it. At least be good at doing something.
Is that when he destroyed the planet?
I don't know anything about that. It's not my business to say.
I see. So Chloe, what I want to do now is I want to do a body scan of my client. So we're going to start at the top of the head, and I'll place my hand here. Chloe, go into this head, into the scalp. And we're going to start at the top of the head and we're going to work our way all the way down. And just as if he's a body of light, we're going to scan his body and we're just going to pick up on any negative areas or any dullness, any attachments or entities. So when you're ready, going in through the top of the head there now, around the scalp, very good, down the jaw and the face. Wow, down the back of the neck there for some reason, around the throat area, down the shoulders and the arms, to the tips of the fingers and all the way back up. Let's scan around this torso and this heart area. Very good. Down into the tummy and see how it feels now. We've got rid of all those memories of long, long ago from there. And make your way to the hips and the thighs, all the way down to the knees, the shins, through the ankles and the toes. And let's go back up and up and up to the knees, to the thighs, to the tummy area, all the way to the top of the head. Chloe, where can we work on this body today?
Stomach.
More in the stomach. So what kind of thing is in the stomach there? Is it an energy?
Knives.
Lives?
Knives, sharp knives.
Knives.
Daggers, lots of knives and daggers. All trying to get out of my stomach.
To get in out?
I want to get out of my stomach.
Well, let's speak to these knives and these daggers and this energy that wants to come out. As I start to manifest and bring this energy forward, up, 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 up into my hand. I want this energy to have a voice, so I'm going to bring it up to the throat. So it can tell me what's going on. So when you're ready, bring it up, 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 up. Energy, what are you doing there in the stomach area? Where are you from?
Egypt.
You're from Egypt. Are you just one person or are you several?
One.
One person. What's your name?
Something.
Shall I just call you Hum? Hum, why did you jump into this body? Or are you a past life memory?
This is not past life memory.
So what caused you to be in this body then, Hum?
I got lost.
You got lost?
I got lost.
So if you got lost, are you looking forward to going home now that you've been found? This is home. In this body. This is home. But Hum, there are many people waiting for you in the spirit realm. Did you know that? What symptoms do you cause my client being there?
Clawing, trying to get out. Fear.
I see. That's not really doing him any good, is it, then?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
Well, what I want to do is I want to show you who's waiting for you in the spirit realm. So in a moment, I'm going to bring a leather-bound book and place it into your hands. And on the count of 3 to 1, when I get to 1, I want you to turn the page of that book so that you can see who it is that's been waiting all this while for you to return home. So when you're ready, 3, 2, bringing that book closer to you now, preparing to turn that page, and 1, turn that page, What's the first thing that you see on that page?
Woman.
A woman?
I know her.
Who is she? What is she saying to you? You can talk to her mind to mind.
She's beckoning me with her hand to come into the book for love.
Into the book for love?
For her love. For her love.
Are you ready to accept that love now,
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, before you leave, is there a message that you want to give my client before you leave?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'd like you now.
I didn't know how to get out. I did not know how to get out of your stomach.
But you're going now, and you're going with love and compassion. So take the hand of this woman now, and we bid you farewell. And I'd like Archangel Raphael to come forward now, and as I place my hand on your tummy, I want him to bring the colour green of grounding and love. And I want him to start pouring that colour green liquid into your tummy area now, and I want you to fill the area where has been, and just allow this green liquid, that's right, just allow it to soak into all those roots where his memories have been, soothing away all that flesh, healing the body on the inside, giving him strength and confidence, giving him more grounding, beautiful colour green of grounding and strength. Keep pouring it in, and the more you need, the more you shall have, until you're all full. Are we done now? Are you full now?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to tap you on the forehead and fill that in. Just allow that energy now to rest into your tummy now and connect with that chakra there. One of the wheels of that chakra. Enhance the vibration there. Very good. Allowing it to settle and rest. Ready for when you want to work with it. So Chloe, we've done the we've now got rid of Hom, and it's a shame that he got stuck in that stomach all that while. Is there anything else in this body, Chloe, that we can work with? Just take a look at the body.
Chain around the head.
A chain?
Dungeon chain.
Mm-hmm.
Mask chain. Tight. Prison.
Mm-hmm. And Chloe, is this a past life memory?
Yes.
It's a past life memory.
Yes.
So let's go to that life then. So as I continue to talk, the more I talk, the further and further and deeper we shall go, following that timeline to that memory. Just allow your mind to drift and wander. Chloe, follow 3, 2, and 1.
It's Persia, it's 1200.
Persia.
1200.
Tell me what's happening there.
Shackles, chain, mask around my head. I was in prison for stealing. I've been in prison a long, long time.
Are you a man or a woman?
Man.
You're a man. What did they call you in that life?
Gregor, something.
Gregor.
Greg.
So Gregor, did you die in that life? There in that dungeon?
I don't know, I can't see beyond. Being in chains, I can't see beyond that.
So why did you not allow this memory to go back to spirit? Because this is a past life memory that stayed attached to my client. Why didn't you allow this memory to go back to spirit?
So they could learn the lesson of foresight.
Learn the lesson of foresight?
Yes. Patience, virtue.
And how's he done so far?
Passed with flying colours many times over, but I'm being a bit mean.
Are you holding him back here,
Yes,
Gregor?
yes.
If you're holding him back, you know it's time for you to go, don't you, Gregor? Are you ready to leave?
I don't know. I don't know where I can go. It's comfortable here.
But what symptoms do you cause him? I mean, I know that you're there to learn the lesson of foresight, but what kind of symptoms do you cause him in his head?
To feel restricted. To feel how I felt. I want to blame somebody, so I'm blaming him.
So you're passing the blame on?
Yes.
That's hardly fair, really, isn't it, Gregor?
I know it's not fair.
Well, I want you to look to the right now, Gregor, and I want you to see a window. And as you begin to look through that window, and the more I talk, the more an image of someone from the spirit realm will be there, who's been waiting for you all this while, for you to go home so that you can be loved. Who is there waiting for you?
Mother.
Your mother. What is she saying to you, Gregor?
Stop.
So she's telling you off, Gregor.
She's saying just stop. Stop
Just
this
stop.
now.
It's enough now.
Stop it now.
Are you going to accept that? Are you ready to heal?
Yes.
Thank you. Gregor, what I want you to do is I want you to go into this head now. Gather all your memories. Thank you for sharing the lesson of foresight and patience. Thank you for sharing your virtue. But these symptoms and this restriction that you've put on this head, go in there and start pulling all those memories out. That's right. Oh, that's right. Just bring them up into my hand. And my hand is like a magnet, and the more I talk, the more magnetic my hand becomes, until all the memory of Gregor is in my hand. We want all your luggage, Gregor. It's time for you to go home to be loved. Have I got everything now, Gregor?
Yes, just some scabs on the head.
And just slowly bring them towards my hand. That's right. Before you go, Gregor, is there a message that you want to give my client?
I'll see you again.
Well, Gregor, well, thank you very much for working with me today, but I'm going to remove you from there. I'm going to ask Goddess Isis to come down. I'm going to put you in a basket of love so that you can be taken to your mother, where you can be restored and replenished. So Chloe, now we've got an empty space in the head. What can we put in there to best suit my client? What colour or
Yellow.
Yellow. As I place my hand here now.
Sunny day.
I'd like to call on the ray of the yellow sun and see that coming in just as if it's coming up from the east, getting brighter and brighter and brighter until you can feel the heat of the midday sun, and then as it turns into the afternoon, into a wonderful warm orange. I want you to begin now to pour that yellow orange sun now into this head. Feel the colour of the yellow liquid soothing into those muscles and cells. I want it to go down all the roots of where Gregor has been to restore this area and feel your muscles getting nice and plump and rebuilding. No longer will he have headaches or thoughts or restrictions. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead there and seal it in. Chloe, have we done all we can do today? I know there's only so much that we can do in one session.
Yes, he's gone.
It's gone. There's a couple of questions that I wanted to ask you, Chloe, whilst you're here with me. I wanted to ask you about a witch's curse. Do you know anything about this witch's curse?
No.
Do you feel that he has a curse upon him, or was it just his mind?
There may be some truth to what he says.
Is this something that we can work on today, or do we wait for another time?
You'll need somebody else's help for that.
Somebody else's help. Who will I need to help me with that? A Reiki master, or what kind of help will I need? Or do I just work with the angels and the archangels?
He needs to go deeper. He needs to go a lot deeper in order for this to be dealt with.
Okay, so that's another deeper session. Thank you.
It's not deep enough. She's not deep enough.
We can arrange that. This feeling of fear that he had in his stomach, Chloe, have we now resolved that today, now that we've
You have eradicated a lot, but not all.
So tell me whereabouts else it is. Is it still in the stomach area?
Some.
So where else is it? Do the roots go down further?
Heart.
And the heart.
Chest, rib cage, heart. Damage to the heart.
Am I able to work on that today, or is this something that needs to be worked on at a later date?
There's no rush.
Okay, thank you. He had a question about the band around the head, but we found that past life in Persia when he was in shackles in 1200s. Have we cleared that now?
Yes.
Thank you. And I wanted to ask about Arthur, his dog. And I want you to spiritually connect, because I know that thought can take you anywhere.
He was a best friend in a previous life.
Best friend?
He recognised me.
Previous life.
He recognised me.
So, what country were they in when they had that life together?
Luxembourg.
In Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
Mm-hmm.
So, Luxembourg's no, sailors. Canals.
Canals. Mm-hmm. And tell me, was it Arthur that found my client?
No, he was put into his path for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Do we get to know what that reason is today, or do we wait?
Might have to wait. I don't know at the minute.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell me whether there'll be any children forthcoming for my client?
Not at the minute, no.
Not at the minute.
There are things that need to be done. Measures need to be put into place before that happens.
What kind of measures? Explain to me, what are these measures?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness, I see. And we can work on forgiveness in many ways, Chloe, but what's the best way for my client to work on forgiveness? Is it meditation? Is it music? Is it therapies?
He needs to be shown how to forgive. He's forgotten.
Shown how to forgive.
Truthfully, meaningful, and not just a word, but to actually feel it in the body. He's forgotten how to do it.
So would counselling help with that, or is he going to find it through a different therapy?
The less physical negative emotions he feels, the more he will be able to remember how to forgive. So the more removal of negative stuff, he will be able to remember how to feel true forgiveness.
Well, we'll definitely have another session for that then. And my client has got this issue with water. Explain that to me. What's going on there? Where did that come from? I want you to follow the line.
Being gushed down a river and a big waterfall. Big long waterfall.
Is that in this life?
No.
Where does he hold that memory? Take a look at his body and tell me where he's holding that memory.
Stomach.
As I connect with the memory of you being rushing down this river and this waterfall, I want that energy to describe exactly what's going on so we can release it today. So I'm going to bring it up. Energy.
It's stuck in the throat, water in the throat. Difficult to swallow. Water all over my skin, inside my lungs.
So that must have been very petrifying for you in that life.
I had to escape. I had to go down through the water to escape
What are you escaping from?
Been attacked by someone, something. I can't see, but.
Were you male or female in that life?
Male.
You were male.
It almost feels sort of South American, tribal.
Tribal. Do you feel that you're an American Indian?
No, it's Southern American. South America islands.
But you survived?
I can't see.
Well, now we've got that memory up. Can we forgive now that life and let go of that memory? Because it's not doing any good in this life, is it?
No.
Are we ready to let go of these memories now? Just one at a time.
Possibly, yes.
So as I connect now, I'd like Archangel Uriel to come forward and work with me, and I want her to come down on an orange ray and see that orange ray from that colourful rainbow now begin to beam its light down here. And I want that orange ray colour to now go into this stomach area. And as it goes into this stomach area, shining brighter and brighter and brighter, it begins to heal these memories, getting hotter and hotter, warming up those memories of that choking and your lungs being full, drying them up now, drying every particle and memory from that lifetime. And just allow all those filters and those fragments to filter up into my hand. Have I got all that memory now? Just allow all those memories to come up, because these are no longer serving my client. It's just one little thing less to forgive.
The throat is still full of water in the throat.
As I connect here now, feel the heat from this orange glow, like a burnt sunset, a baking burnt sunset, drying up all the moisture in the throat area, lifting out those memories and bringing them into my hand until I've got them all. How am I doing there now? Have I got it all now?
Pretty much.
Archangel Michael, go in there now. Shine your blue sword of light in there. Chloe, go in and start to collect those last fragments for me. Put them in my hand. Are we done? Draw them out now. Every last one. Have I got them now?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm taking away those, asking Archangel Uriel to take them back to the spirit realm to be replenished. And Chloe, can I ask that you continue to fill the body with that beautiful burnt orange that will heal and soothe the body throughout the next few days?
Yes.
Thank you. And so we've got just a few more questions that I wanted to ask. We've got one about tracing steps. Explain that to me, Chloe. What's going on there?
Uncertainty.
uncertainty. Where does he get this uncertainty from? Is it a memory of this life or a past life?
This life.
Mm-hmm. Chloe, what I want you to do is I want you to follow the timeline of his life, and as I continue to talk, and I'm going to place my hand on your forehead, I want you to go deep into that mind there, following the line all the way back to the time when this uncertainty began. See yourself drifting and floating back in time, back through the years, until you're there now. How old was he when he got this uncertainty, Chloe?
4.
He was 4. What was going on?
He saw God or an angel on a cloud, and he tried to tell his mum by tugging on her hand while she was talking to a friend on the pavement, and he wasn't believed. But he did see what he saw was real.
Mm-hmm.
What he actually saw was physically real. It was not made up.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't believed.
Are we able to allow him to forgive himself today now, Chloe, now that he understands, as he's been travelling through past lives and visiting angels and soul friends, that he saw it all along, didn't he?
His little self is smiling and nodding and saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was right all along.
Yeah. As the big self, I want you to go to that little self, and I want you to give that little self a big hug and tell him that you were right all along. And because of that, you'll no longer have that uncertainty. Very good. Tell me, how does that little boy feel now?
Reassured.
Reassured. And that little boy is going to go stronger and stronger in you now, isn't he? And he's going to be telling you every time you have an uncertain moment, he's going to tell you to believe, isn't he? Believe in yourself. Very good. Thank you. I want to ask about all this manifesting. You say that you used to manifest and destroy, but is he learning his lessons now?
Not as quickly as he should be.
How can we help him today? What can we do with him? What makes him manifest destruction? Is it anger, or is it just play? What causes him to concentrate on destruction?
Fear is the catalyst, because he's so accustomed to fear and so good at feeling it. He's more attracted to magnetising it towards him.
So he's quite attuned to it. So what can we do to detune him from this? Do we need to get him more grounded and more meditations, or do we need water? What kind of things can we do to help him?
There's a part of his mind, his brain, that's unbalanced, and things are not flowing in the right direction. There's been a break in the chords.
There's a break in the chords?
There's a break in the chords, the wires.
Where is that? Where is that in the mind? Is it the front, the side, or the back?
Right hand side at the back.
Yes, I felt that myself when we were doing the body scan. Down here.
The wiring is snapped loose and floating around. It's not connected. Every now and again it connects and fires up, but it's broken at the minute. It's been damaged.
Well, Chloe, I want you to help me now, and for the both of us to call on the spiritual surgeons to come down now and work with us. And the more I talk, the closer and closer they're coming now into the room. Chloe, I want you to make yourself so tiny, you're like a cell. And I want you to follow the path into this neck until you can find the cause of this break. And when you found the cause of this break, I want you to illuminate yourself inside this neck so that spiritual surgeons can now go in and begin to work by reconnecting the mechanism and by reactivating the cords, charging them up, making sure that they're healed and they're strong. That's right. How is it looking now, Chloe?
Some of them are rejoining, connecting back together.
Very good. And the more I talk, the stronger and stronger the connections become, until all the cords begin to simply slip into place and reconnect. And as they're reconnecting, see them vibrate at their optimum level. And tell me how they're looking now.
Like the rest of them.
Very good. So we'll no longer have that fear. As I remove it, when I remove my hand now. Thank you. I want to ask about the bladder. What's going on down there?
Holding resentment.
Holding resentment. Where's this resentment from?
Father, this life.
Father.
Father's stopping me from being myself.
I see.
Father's trying to make me him.
Do we have permission to speak with his father today, Chloe? Can we bring him down?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Chloe, I want you to call on the spirit realm now, to call on his father and bring him down here now. And as I continue to talk, I want you to bring the energy of his father into this room so that we can have more clarity and bring closure to this feeling of resentment. So just bring him in, bring him down, allow him to get stronger and stronger, and I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, I want him to use your voice and talk to me. So when you're ready, 3, bringing the father down now, 2, getting stronger and stronger, 1. Good evening, Father.
Hello.
Can you tell me why you want to impress your personality onto your son?
So he doesn't get harmed, so he can protect himself.
And do you think that this work that you're doing on him, you're achieving anything at the moment? Because he's kind of resenting.
By the way he's acting, not always, no, but he'll crack one day.
He'll crack?
He'll crack one day. Like I did.
Did you crack?
Yes, but it was good for me. I had to learn the hard way. He has to learn the hard way as well.
Does he have to learn the hard way, or do you just think that he has to learn the hard way? Because we all have our own path, don't we?
I find it difficult to relate to him. I know he's scared of me, and I don't know what to do about it. I've scared him in the past. I've hit him, beat him. I've done good things, but
that was of that time, and you were under a lot of pressure. Are you ready to forgive yourself for that now, Father?
providing he will forgive me first.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask him whether he'll forgive you or not, and then I'm going to tap him on the forehead and allow him to speak for himself. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, tell me, are you ready to forgive your father?
Always.
Thank you very much. I want you to step back, his father to come forward. Father, always he's going to forgive you. What do you say to him now?
He's accomplished more than I ever could.
Are you proud of him?
Immensely.
Immensely proud.
Immensely.
Father, I want you to go and start gathering all that resentment that you put into his organs there. It's ready for you to go now, isn't he? Take all that luggage with you. He's got lots to look forward to, hasn't he, Father?
Yes, I've met somebody that he will meet one day.
Is this in the spirit realm?
Yes.
Is this somebody that's helping you?
It's somebody that will help him and vice versa.
Are they going to help him down here on the earth plane?
Yes.
See. And when are they coming down to help him?
Sooner than he thinks.
Father, I want you to give one last mental hug to your son. Take away all that resentment. And just allow him to feel your love. Go into this heart area, Father, and just allow him to feel the emotion of just how much love and joy you have for him and how proud you are of him. And thank you for working with us today, Father. And I bid you farewell. Chloe, we've done quite a lot today, Chloe. Is there any questions that I should have asked or ought to have asked? Or are we done for today? I know I can only do so much in one
Not
session.
for this evening, no.
No.
Not for this evening.
Chloe, I want to thank you for working with me today, but we've now come to the end of our session. So I'd like you to take a nice deep breath in. Chloe, step back away from the body. Allow my client to reconnect with his body and his circulation. Just feel his body coming back to normality. Very good. Feel himself coming back into the room nice and steady, respecting this journey. You've been on an amazing healing journey. That's right. Nice deep breaths, and when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to the room, nice and steady. Just give yourself plenty of time. We've done some serious healing today. You'll be feeling a little weak. Yeah. How do you feel?
A lot lighter and quite tearful.
Yeah.
As in,
You've let a lot go. Do you feel softer? Because I feel you feel softer, if you know what I mean. Because you were very prickly when you came in. Your energy was very prickly.
Yeah, those knives were interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
I saw them. There was lots in there. There was hundreds. There was thousands. There was lots and lots and lots. And they were he was trying to get out. They were trying to get out.
Yeah.
It was impossible. It was a fortress inside my belly. You couldn't get out.
Yeah.
So.
Knives, daggers. Yeah.
From
Egypt.
Humtep. I don't know, some sort of name like that.
Yeah, Hum. That's what I called him, Hum. And also with the water, that was when you were escaping. You were
Yes, I remember it.
South American. Were you escaping from the tribe, or were you part of the tribe? Because you can tell me more now.
Either an attack on the tribe or attack on me. I needed to get away. The water was the probably the quickest route and probably the bravest route now I think about it. I mean, that said, I've seen not that exact scene I saw in my mind's eye, but I've seen I've seen a scene like that in a film. But hey, how many films have we seen and how many visuals are in my subconscious? There's billions and trillions, isn't there? But yeah, I always had the swallowing thing. So somebody telling you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that to me that was physically real. That had been there for decades, literally.
And this uncertainty that you had. Let me just get back to question 7. What was question 7? Tracing steps. That was down to uncertainty because when you were 4 years old, you were telling me that you saw a golden angel on a cloud.
Well, at the time, I still don't know, but to me it was the image of God, like what you'd see in a church. Therefore angelic, with aura around them.
Yeah.
But to me it was God. It was Jesus Christ. It was an image of Jesus Christ. Whoever it was there for a message. It was there for. Do you know what? It was there for their sake, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be a message.
Children are very good at tuning in there because they're on a different vibration than we are.
Do you know, that's popped into my subconscious every now and again. I don't know, every couple of months.